What's up, LC heads? Awesome celebration so far. At least for me over here. Yo, anytime I can clear a last Cloudia banner, especially one with the UR arc on it, without the amputation of an arm and a leg, damn, that is pretty awesome. So, feeling awesome today because the daily got us that arc. And then, we had to go in for Roland. And I was like, I at least got to get enough to get his accessory, which I believe is like 25 of the creds or whatever. And the very first 10 pull I did, Roland came down. So that's absolutely awesome. I think we're still going to work in that UR arc pull just because it's going to, hopefully give a couple UR arcs. I can level some of them up, level some abilities up, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll do that later. But for now, here we have God mode, Roland, pretty much. Now this was pretty cool that they decided to come out with him. I was just looking over all the characters and thinking about what they could potentially drop next. They haven't done anything with Zox, so I was like, well, we also have Lily floating around. Also, on a side note, it was pretty cool to see her and Melee talk shit to each other. Very cool, very cool. Just, I thought it was funny. It's just like, what have you even done? You haven't even done anything in Last Cloudia. Yeah. So, and then Guilds is just awesome. I'm so glad that they added that. This one's filling up quick. So a lot of quality of life changes over here happening in Last Cloudia. Found one minor gripe. For our daily rewards today, I could not get my 50 lapis. So that was just like, damn, what are you guys doing? Instead, it was replaced with some potions. And I'm like, I don't want potions. I want lapis. That's a big deal, getting 50 lapis every day. So I hope they bring that back, because I know most players are going to want that. That should not have been cut. How are you going to try to sneak that into the celebration? I see you guys being sneaky as shit. I'm going to call you on it. Definitely going to call you on it, even if you did feed my account a UR arc today to try to keep your boy happy. Anyway, so here he is. Here's Roland. Let's look at him real quick. Now, my Roland is not complete by any means, of course. I worked on him the best that I could in the few hours that I did have today. I did have to do some work, so real life came calling. Had to deal with all of that. But, I managed to get him to level 100 with the awesome rainbow potions that have been provided to us. We did get 2 of them as well, I believe, and a gold potion, so pretty cool. I still have another rainbow potion to hold on to get a character all the way to level 100. Very nice little touch there. So Roland here is super durable, and he has pretty much a Super Saiyan mode. That's the thing, is I don't want to talk on it too much as far as how to build him, because I don't know if certain things will work for him or not. There's an ability from the Nier Automata collab, from one of those arcs, that is teaching you skill salve or something like that. You have to wait to get it, but it gives you plus 100% SCT recovery speed. Now Roland could really use that when he goes into his berserk mode, because you can only keep one of his abilities at a time. I'll try to showcase that. We will definitely show that in this vid, kind of how that works, right? It's a big part of how you're going to build for him, I think. But overall stats, he's coming in pretty awesome. I did get him to 85 SC. He's not woke at all, right? As far as equipment, I don't have any Godforge gear on him. I have the Zelbus blade. I put the pumpkin armor on him. Here is his paid Greaves, and I gave him the Mithril Relief because he is rocking a sword. So here's where you can tell he's not built at all. He has 85 SC, but I don't have many options here. If I actually scroll through here, there's not actually a whole list of options. And there's a lot of stuff I need to put on this character. And I do not have some of his highest tier abilities, like, I don't know, Light Attack Rise 3. I don't have that unlocked. I ran out of gems. Didn't manage to grind enough out from the island that was open. What are you going to do? I came close. So I'm just going to have to wait a few days. There's really nothing open right now there's no grind levels open to teach abilities. At least not anything that I want to do right now. So, same thing with getting gems, right? So this is where my Roland's at. It's the best I could do within a few hours. And we're just going to kind of see how he runs the synergy in his kit. He should be well enough built to showcase that, right? So pretty beefy, tanky, high attack. Here's his abilities. Shining Delta. This has a damage cap built in already, the S1. So that's awesome, right? Forward dash to close in for a medium light area combo attack. Damage cap plus 2000. So I like seeing damage cap already built into abilities. S2, we have Stargazer. Instantly close the gap for a medium area light combo attack. Launches enemies into the air. I noticed, I think the S2 has a longer range than the S1, but it is nice that both of them have a forward dash. Well, one of them has a forward dash, and the other one has instantly close the gap. It's going to let you travel on the screen. Enemies trying to get away from you, you're going to be able to run them down with that S1 or that S2. I've also used it to get out of, maybe I can showcase it when we run this, but I've used it to get out of like a black hole or some miasma that the boss or that the mobs are casting. He can actually move through some of it, I've noticed. So yeah, we have his S3, Soul Quasar. This thing's absolutely effing insane. I don't even know what happens. Just a bunch of energy orbs and damage starts coming up all over the place. It is a wide area, long range, light combo attack. Everything gets nuked. It's around the target. So yeah, big range all around him. And it's give defense plus 20% buff to allies in a wide area around the unit. So this is giving everybody plus 20% defense. That's nothing to spit at. That's very nice. On top of literally nuking the whole screen. So very cool. A little bit of support built in there. We'll take that 20%. Yeah, very nice. And then of course we have the glorious finale, his S4, right? It's a powerful light combo attack to one enemy, single target, and the slash attack at the end has damage cap plus 15,000. And so of course mine's not woke, so that's not powered up. Still a pretty nice S4. So pretty much like I was saying earlier, what they've done is let this guy go Super Saiyan, but they've given you a handicap on top of that. So when he transforms into his mode, it's going to cost you 200 MP. And the more MP you burn, I believe, or something like that, the more damage it does. It should be in the traits. We have Heir to Adele. When using a skill, damage taken minus 50%. This is awesome that they kept this from the old Roland build. It was one of my favorite things about him. It takes his survivability through the roof, right? Getting a 50% damage cut is awesome. And can't be interrupted by most attacks. This is what I was talking about. So he uses S1 or S2 and he's traveling, and if like a spell goes off next to you, like a black hole or a miasma, if it doesn't interrupt you, it's not interrupting your movement, so you can move out of it. And I'm seeing him do that, and that is very cool. Let's see. When only weapon equipped is one sword, which is going to be all the time, chance to boost skill hit count. This is awesome because it's going to help catch you up to dual wield, and you're going to hit damage cap easier because you're getting all the bonuses for double handing, but yet you're getting some more hit count. So that is very, very awesome that they did something like that, right? And it's based on the number of living allies other than unit. So when max 3 allies are alive, skill 1 plus 3 hit, skill 2 plus 6 hit, and skill 3, that awesome S3, is getting plus 9 hit to its hit count. that's pretty effing awesome, considering, you know, the awesome damage cap you're gonna have, especially in his super Roland form. So very cool stuff there, right? And then here we have his trance mode. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Now I gotta scroll up. Oh, no, we were just looking at Air of Adele. Like, there's so much effect there already. I thought we went over both of them. Never mind. No, the other one, Heroic Lord, light damage 30%, and damage cap another 8,000. When in trance, boost skill damage and damage cap, which is very awesome, right? Effect changes based on the amount of MP used when activating trance. At max MP 500 or more used, damage plus 150% and damage cap plus 30,000. That's awesome. That means he can do substantial damage with that S4 of his, especially when he's in that trance. 150% damage, and the damage cap is just sweet on that, right? So pretty much what happens is you transform. It's like a buff that stays on you for, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Doesn't seem to stay on forever or anything, but while that buff is on you, you can only charge any of your abilities to one. You're overflowing with energy, and you can't stack up your skills. You can only hold on to one at a time. So really they're setting you up to throw everything that you have in your kit one time and hopefully drop your S4, right? And if you're lucky, maybe some of your other skills will charge, and you can get that all into a break bar and just do tons and tons of damage to a boss or something. That's kind of what we're going to try to do. Alright, and on a little side note, we are going to be running a UR arc simply for the stats. Before anybody asks, why we didn't use the UR arc to power up his kit when he's in Super Saiyan mode, it doesn't work. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to talk about that a little bit, because I want to try a bunch of things with him, especially the skill salve thing from the Nier collab. You know, because if this isn't charging his kit, then I don't know, like maybe that won't either, right? But if we go into Heart of the Temple, which is very difficult level to run for any character on day one, like a character that's a couple hours old, but I figure since this guy, you know, has the rainbow potion, he's at level 100 at least. I know that doesn't really mean much. He's at 85 SC, even though the abilities that we can put on him are very limited, and it is just like a patchwork build. Okay, who am I kidding? It's the build is nothing special at all by any means. And the items on him, I'm sure I could upgrade him, put better armor on him, stuff like that. Actually get his MP up, you know, and oh yeah, unlock, I don't know, light attack rise 3 and all his most top tier abilities, but still he should be able to run in here, hopefully clear this place out, and we should be able to see his tankiness and the synergy in his kit. So here we go. He is going to need to charge his kit. We're just going to do the arc right off rip to charge his kit in the beginning, as like I said, I don't see it working when he's in his trance mode. And then it's nice how quickly this guy instantly charges his MP back up. So let's see. Heroic Lord's Charisma, very nice. All allies special damage plus 20%, and damage cap 2000, special damage taken minus 20%. Does not stack with other charismas. So might as well use his charisma. We'll use that council of 10. So I was kind of worried about running out of MP, because I was like, how is he going to heal himself? Also, this guy has almost like an auto potion ability. I think you can only do it twice per wave, but it does cost 50 MP to use. So you might want to leave 50 MP on him at least as a cushion, so you can come back to life if anything bad happens, right? But he seems to get his MP back lickety split even after you use trance, which does take a minimum of 200 MP to cast. So here we go. Got our council of 10. So first things first, there's our S1. Here's our S2. S3 is just going to bomb everybody around us to shit. We're going to drop 2 of them in a row. Another S2. I just want to get rid of some of the birds. And we did. We got rid of most of them. These birds are a little more difficult to kill. We're going to target them. And then we'll worry about the troll. The ogre can kill us here at the very end. When he starts glowing, I believe this can be offset by using any of your abilities and getting your 50% damage reduction, so that's kind of cool. But this miasma stuff, if I'm targeting somebody, see, I can actually jump out of it. Other characters cannot do that. As soon as they're hit by that miasma, they're stuck in it. So that is very cool, something I noticed. He's got great crowd control. Okay, since the boss is broken, we're going to try to use our charisma. Well, wait a minute. What's our S4? I wanted to save it for our S4. No, we're only halfway charged. So we'll just do as much damage as we can to everyone while they're bunched up over here, and hopefully some of it will carry over to the ogre. This guy, I think he did have breaker on him. Just to, I put it on him just to help him break this damn boss. Oh, I hit that S1 just in time to survive. Like, yeah, the only reason we survived that is because I think we were using his ability while that thing hit. And I was actually traveling away from it. I was going towards the bird. They did stun us. You're going to get stunned in this fight, soloing it. It just always happens. So I planned for that. No big deal here. This guy can survive it, no problem. Here's that S1 just cutting through. S3, he can bring his hammer down now. It doesn't really matter if I'm using an ability. I have had him like fake me out before though. I think he's going to drop that hammer and I'll use an ability. And he'll just use his little off swing and then he'll drop the hammer afterwards. I was like, oh damn it. He actually got one up on me. But yeah, it's nice to see that you actually can survive that thing by using one of your abilities. Alright, I'm going to try to break him now. The bird's dead. He's powered up, which is a problem. Oh, see, we survived because I was dropping my S1. So here we go. Oh, man. I'd like to God heal myself, so I'm at full health. Just so our... what is it, pride? When you're at full hit points, your strength is increased. Our strength here is probably only 4,000 or something like that. So definitely going to want to fill up his strength before we try to finish this ogre off. We'll go into trance to increase our damage cap and all that stuff. Right, so now we can only have one of each ability. This is what I was talking about. But we have our S4 charged. So we're going to drop every ability that we can, which happens to be 1, and then we'll drop his S4. And that should just about do it. Bam. Oh yeah, we can put that backstab to work. I forgot. I forgot I did bring backstab here. So, there's him dropping his S4. He still has trance on. So, you know, he's going to be able to charge his kit. I was probably going to be able to get, you know, a few more throws of my kit. I was going to be able to drop an S3 and S2. I just had to wait for them to charge. But this is pretty much how he plays. Of course, not built at all. I'm trying to teach him everything off of everything, right? The Roland on this account was not developed. He didn't know a lot of abilities. Probably, man, I think I have 32 SC on Roland, something like that. So again, this is just a smorgasbord build, all right? but I think he does pretty good. He's only running around, I should have checked his attack in there, but I can tell you right now it's probably only 3,700, or I think he goes up to 41 when he's at full hit points, right? He also, the limitation here with Roland is pretty much you're doing light damage, and he doesn't have anything to actually break light, so he's going to be relying on somebody else in the party for that, right? And you can't bring the Trisla pistol, right? Because this guy really wants to double hand a sword, and that's it. With a dual wheel character that's locked into an element, you can give him the Trisla pistol and he can bypass elemental resistance. That is just not going to be the thing with this guy. So he does have to overcome that. But hey, you have a party for that. You have other people that can break light. Melee and Roland are going to make a nasty ass party. I don't know why I said melee. She's not breaking light. She just also does light damage, and then obviously you would bring somebody else that actually does break light if you needed it. Still very awesome, very hard to kill. Man, I really have nothing bad to say about him at all. His design looks badass. He is definitely worthy. And you got to kind of look at how much damage he's doing on top of being so tanky. Because yeah, I can take other heroes into that map and just, DPS heroes that are clearing that map through skill and damage, but we're talking about characters that have 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 attacks, stuff like that. So just to see Roland go in there with like some 3,000 attack and actually tank this level, take it head on, take all these birds right out. Yeah, this guy's going to be very, very gnarly as soon as I unlock everything on him and actually work on him and build him. I also have to fully awaken him, and I can't wait to actually teach him a list of abilities that I can go through, change things up on him, maybe get some of the light attack rise, some of the light critical, light mega drop, all that stuff. I don't have any of it on him. Also, we are not getting his full damage cap because remember, he's going to do more damage based on how many other party members there are. So I am just soloing something with him, so we're not using that part of his talent at all. I completely forgot about that. I should have just put in a little robot in the party, or maybe, just some of my weaker characters to just not get in the way. He would have definitely hit harder when the level started, probably wiped those birds out much quicker. I really can't ask for much more though. I think he's very, very strong, yet still balanced within the game. It's not completely insane. He's not going in here and just shredding out of the box, but it's still more than enough to be impressive. Again, this level that we just ran, this is Heart of the Temple level 95. This is on hard. I usually benchmark in here after a character's been built for at least a few days, right? I'll go in here with a 70, 80 SC character, but they will have lots of different abilities to choose from, and I can usually take a pretty aggressive build in here. That's not the case with this guy. We are in here with a Snigglefritz build, and he's just getting carried by sheer toughness. I mean, he was tanking the hit from the ogre there, even when he's glowing at the end, as long as I'm applying the 50% damage reduction to him by using one of his abilities when he slams that hammer down to the ground. The fact that you can even survive that and take this thing head on is very cool. He's got great crowd control. He can still get his abilities in, even when he's swarmed with a bunch of these birds. You can attack people diagonally with the S1 and the S2. The S2 has more travel, but they can both let him kind of leap diagonally, so you can hit and run the birds and stuff like that. He's got great crowd control, or he wouldn't be able to get his kit off at all like that. The S3, it can be interrupted, but they have to hit him right when he's trying to cast it. They only have a second there. I've literally tested this out. After that second passes and they don't interrupt you, that damage is coming. The whole screen is getting nuked. Even if they hit you right afterwards and start moving you around the screen, there will be damage. So that is pretty cool. The S3 is pretty hard to interrupt. He's pretty hard to interrupt anyway. And like I said, that is why he's able to move through miasma. And a lot of the stuff that the birds were casting. So, a very powerful character, plays very tanky, and I just feel like he's going to be able to just muscle his way up to a boss, right? And when the time is right, he's going to be able to go into his little rampage mode. You're obviously going to want to time that with like one of his S4s or his specials to throw, so you can get all that damage cap and all that bonus from him being transformed. Do maximum damage with that special of his, and then finish it up with your kit, right? Anything that you can muster out of your kit, hopefully before the enemy's break bar is over. And again, I still have to teach him stuff, and I want to try like that skill salve ability to see if I can maybe get 100% SCT recovery speed while he's in that transform. But I sadly to say, other things that I've tried already to charge his kit while he's in that form, they're not working. The UR arc that's supposed to charge your abilities up, it is not actually charging his kit. So I don't know, I still have to investigate that further. And who knows, maybe it's supposed to work, maybe it's not. And, you know, Skill Salve is a completely different ability that I'm talking about from the Nier collab. So that's got to be tested. Who knows if that'll work or if it won't. But hopefully I can get around to that tomorrow. I did want to drop something on this character today just so people kind of see how he is. Great synergy in the kit. You know, he's got something to help him overcome the gap between double handing and dual wielding, right? He kind of gets some... He gets the best of one world and a little bit more from the other one too, right? Because you're increasing your hit count, and you're still double handing. So that is just awesome. You're getting all your bonuses for double handing. It's easier for you to hit your crazy damage cap when you're double handing, right? And then you're getting more hit counts. Somebody that's dual wielding, they get 2 hits per attack, but I think you can only do 60%. You get some kind of damage cut in there, I do believe. So somebody like this doesn't have any sort of damage cut at all. They're doing 100% damage. It's much easier for them to fulfill their damage cap. I think it's going to be more effective on like big nasty bosses that dual wielders are having a harder time to actually cap on. This guy's going to be able to cap, and he's going to have probably a higher hit count, obviously, than, you know, another character that's rocking a giant claymore like A2. You know, the android with the two-hander sword, she's got awesome damage caps, right? But if she had something like this that increased her hit counts, that would just be gnarly as hell. Roland does have that, so that's pretty awesome. On a side note, though, the ability on this UR arc that is pretty much like, what is it, favorite sword, that's going to be an amazing ability to teach that android, because it's going to increase her damage cap effectively, because she's also running like a double-hander setup. It does cost 15 SC, so I kind of can't wait to play around with that. So I'll definitely be making some more content on Roland. But like I said, I think this shows how his kit works. You can see how tanky he is. His attack wasn't that high, but what I kind of failed to mention is his defense is just as high as his attack. That is why he can take that level head on. You know, when he's got, you know, 3,300 attack, he's also got like 3,200 defense. So it's pretty awesome. Those birds can hit him and throw him around, and he just kind of stands there, right? And you do get to auto potion. I call it auto potion because it's like the same thing, right? When you die, it's going to heal you at the cost of 50 MP. He gets to do that twice a wave. So that is freaking fantastic, on top of how tanky this guy is, and the fact that he's still cranking out tons of damage. And with Proud Force, he's going to be able to keep himself healed that way. And, you know, he has MP to spare for support healing. I was kind of worried when, you know, you have to sacrifice all your MP to transform into Trance Mode. But as soon as you do a few basic attacks, yo, he gets like all his MP back real quick, and you'll have more than enough to bring him back to life, or to use God Heal on himself or another party member. So they have quite a bit of support built into him already just because of that, right? So all in all, awesome character, awesome 3-year celebration. Happy celebration, everybody. I hope you're having a blast. We'll talk about the event and stuff like that in another vid. The little boss they've added so far has just been awesome. It's definitely a new monster to fight, so that's cool. So we'll be covering all of that and a lot of the perks and things that they've added to Last Cloudia. It's definitely been quite an upgrade here. The features button, let me show you its features. Right? And of course we have a guild tab now. So nice to see that. Nice to see people in the guild talking and just, linking up the community. That's what this game needed. So huge quality of life changes are here. Happy Last Cloudia Day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.